The name Enoch may not roll off the tongue as easily as some of the other biblical figures, but his story is no less epic. In fact, some say Enoch had a closer relationship with the divine than anyone else, even walking with God before he ascended to heaven. Now, when you think of Enoch, you might imagine him as an upstanding prophet, someone who pointed people towards God, and that's true. But he was more than just a religious guide. Enoch was a visionary, someone who dared to explore the mysteries of the universe and bring them back to humanity. He journeyed through the vast expanse of space, witnessed the workings of the cosmos, and even glimpsed the face of God himself. His tales are not just stories, they're keys to understanding our place in the grand scheme of existence. Today, let's go beyond the prophet. Let's delve into Enoch, the man who walked with God, the star watcher, the celestial navigator. When we talk about the biblical Enoch, we're not just referring to a historical figure. We're talking about a collection of texts, a library of ancient wisdom known as the Book of Enoch. This isn't your typical Bible study. No, sir. The Book of Enoch contains material that is so profound and sometimes bizarre that it was excluded from the main biblical canon. Think of it as the X-Files of ancient literature. It's filled with secret knowledge, hidden mysteries, and tales so fantastical they could make your jaw drop. But here's the catch. Despite its exclusion, the Book of Enoch holds significant clues to understanding the universe and our place within it. Within its pages, we find profound insights into cosmology, angelology, and the very essence of good and evil. And guess who takes us on this mind-bending journey? Enoch himself, a man who dared to venture where few have gone before. Imagine standing on a mountaintop as the stars swirl around you, not just twinkling lights, but living, breathing entities. That's how Enoch experienced the cosmos. He wasn't just looking up at the sky, he was connecting with it. In a time when astrology was a fledgling science, Enoch charted the heavens with a precision that would make modern astronomers jealous. He named constellations, tracked planetary movements, and unveiled the secrets of the zodiac. For Enoch, the sky was not a distant spectacle. It was a living tapestry, a cosmic dance that told the story of creation itself. Now, let's shift gears and dive into a topic that's both intriguing and unsettling: the fallen angels. Picture this: celestial beings of immense power who chose to abandon their divine path and embrace the allure of the earthly realm. The story of the Watchers, as told in the Book of Enoch, is one of the most dramatic tales of the supernatural. Now, don't mistake these Watchers for your typical heavenly choir. No, sir. They're angels who went rogue, straying from their divine duty to watch over humanity and falling head over heels for mortal women. Talk about a celestial scandal. And the consequences were nothing short of catastrophic. The Watchers, driven by their newfound desires, abandoned their heavenly duties and decided to take a stroll on the wild side. They fraternized with humans, indulging in the pleasures of the flesh, and producing offspring that were part angel and part human. And let me tell you, these weren't your average babies. We're talking about giants with extraordinary abilities and a taste for domination. Yes, the Nephilim, as they were called, were a force to be reckoned with. But the Watchers' shenanigans didn't stop at procreating. They went ahead and dropped some serious knowledge bombs on unsuspecting humans. Think of it as the ultimate forbidden education. They shared celestial secrets, arcane wisdom, and even some nifty survival tips. Now, on the surface, some of this knowledge might have seemed like a godsend, but it was tainted with an ulterior motive, a way for the Watchers to manipulate and control humanity. It was like having a secret weapon that only a select few knew about, and that, my friends, is a recipe for a disaster. You see, this celestial soap opera didn't end well for the Watchers. God himself got wind of their shenanigans and unleashed a heavenly SWAT team to put a stop to it. We're talking about archangels like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. These heavenly heavyweights were sent to clean up the mess the Watchers had created. The Nephilim were no match for them, and the Watchers themselves were dragged back to the celestial court to face justice. Imagine a courtroom drama straight out of the heavens. The Watchers, those fallen angels, stood trial for their earthly escapades. And leading the charge against them was none other than Azazel, the notorious trickster. He spilled the beans, exposing the ringleaders and their wicked schemes. The evidence was stacked against them, and it was only a matter of time before they faced the consequences. The verdict: banishment. These angels were cast out of heaven, banished to the darkest depths of the earth. There they were chained, not with ordinary shackles, but with handcuffs forged from the celestial fire of God himself. They were trapped, unable to ascend or descend, stuck in a state of limbo. But it gets even more dramatic. The leader of the fallen bunch, a Watcher named Shemhazai, begged for mercy. He confessed his sins and expressed remorse, hoping to strike a deal with the divine. But God, in his infinite wisdom, remained unmoved. There was no second chance for these fallen angels. They were forever trapped in their subterranean prison, cut off from the grace of heaven. Now, let's shift our gaze to another fascinating character in this celestial saga, Enoch. As he navigated the heavenly realms, he encountered a giant named Casdea. Now, this wasn't just a casual meeting. No, sir. Enoch was bestowed with a celestial staff that looked like a bull's horn. And get this, it had the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. With this magical tool in hand, Enoch's journey took a cosmic turn. He wasn't just walking on Earth anymore. He was soaring through the heavens, exploring the farthest reaches of creation. And what does he find? A lost sheep, none other than the fallen angel Azazel. Remember him, the trickster who spilled the beans on the Watchers? Well, Enoch, with his trusty staff, tracks him down and brings him back to the celestial fold. It's like a heavenly game of cosmic hide and seek, but here's the twist. Enoch doesn't just find Azazel, he also stumbles upon a hidden treasure trove of angelic weaponry. Can you imagine the intrigue, the celestial espionage involved in this discovery? Enoch walks away with the secrets of angelic warfare, knowledge that would be invaluable in the ongoing battle between good and evil. So there you have it, the tale of the Watchers, the fallen angels whose love for humanity took them down a perilous path. From their scandalous fraternization with humans to their betrayal of divine duty, these celestial beings serve as a cautionary tale of what happens when power meets desire. Now, if you want to dive deeper into this fascinating narrative, check out the Book of Enoch. It's a trove of ancient wisdom and intrigue that will leave you starstruck. Until next time, keep looking up. Who knows what wonders you might find. The fall of the Watchers is a testament to the complexity of divine beings. Were they heroes or villains, angels or demons? The line between good and evil seems blurred. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, remember, the Watchers might be gone, but their story lives on.